Hi everyone, Cherie here. Today I'm going to be creating a Life Crafted spread featuring the September 2020 Life Crafted kit called The Best Parts from Citrus Twist Kits. And the layout today is being determined by a gap I have in my album. So I've got a 4-page here, and then I've got a 3x8 page on this other side that I need to fill in my album. So that's what I'm doing today. So I've got the 3x8 card from inside the paper pack there, and then I've got just a full-size page for the other page. I'm just using plain white cardstock because I really want the colours of these embellishments to pop off the page. I do have some of this pattern paper from the kit. It's just a really subtle yellow pattern that I'm going to put across the bottom of each page, and that will help tie each page together. I've got 2-inch photos here that I'm going to use, and then I've got lots of tickets and labels and things like that that I want to use as well. And I've got the puffy alphabet stickers from the kit in this gorgeous colour that I'm going to use as part of my title. I am going to do a little bit of stamping. I've got the Best Part stamp set from the kit here, and I'm also going to use this little fork and knife stamp from this Best Part, the Good Life stamp set as well. I do have the puffy heart stickers. I'm not sure if I'll use any of those, but we shall see. They are here if I do want to use them. And I've also printed out my journaling in this little shape here that I'm going to add to this card as an extra layer. It's going to go down the page like that. So I will also need to fill in the little details spot on the top of that card. So I think I'm ready to get started. I'll pop you on fast forward and get straight into it. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of stamping first up. So I've got this phrase just going onto some white cardstock, and I will be cutting all these out shortly, but I'm just going to do all of the stamping in one go. So this one says The Best Part. That's going to be part of my title. Just inking that one up and go straight onto that white cardstock. And then I'm also going to stamp up that little fork and knife from the Good Life stamp set. So I'm just going to change that onto my block, ink that one up, and then I'll put that one up the other end of that cardstock strip. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut those out. So they're now ready to use. I'm going to add that pattern paper to the bottom of each of my pages. And there is a little bit of excess hanging over each edge, so I will just trim that off both of those pages. Okay, alright, now that that's done, I'm going to do a little bit of stitching on that. I'll just stitch a border on both of the pages there and across the top of this paper strip, and now I can go ahead and add my journaling. So that's now on the page. I've got a label to go down the bottom, and that's where I'm going to put that phrase, just going across the label. Okay, so sticking that one down. Next up, I've got the little fork and knife, and it was a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim that down a little bit more, and now it fits perfectly in that space. And I've also just typed up on my typewriter the name Grilled, which is where we were eating that night, and just added that into that space. And of course I need to add the date as well. Okay, so that is now done. I'm just looking at what else I can do. I need to check those little boxes at the top there, and I'm also going to add more stitching around that page. A little bit of colour, just adding to the side there one of the larger florals from the kit, from the ephemera pack, and it will be going off the edge, so I'm going to sort of fit it in to where the text is so you can still see all of the journaling. I'll just trim off that excess from that floral, and I'm just going to trim off another little bit of that leaf to put up the other, or that top edge of the flower. So that'll just fit in there perfectly. A little bit of double-sided tape, and I can just slip that in there under the edge. Okay, so that's pretty much that page done. I'm going to work on the other page now. So I've got my The Best Part stamp title and the Today word from the puffy stickers, my 2 photos, and now I'm going to add a few tickets. So I'm just sort of working out the spacing and where I want everything to go. I'm going to start sticking down those tickets. So I've got that blue one. I love that this yellow one has the number 3 on it because there was 3 of us out to dinner that night. And then I've got this little one that has all the days of the week on it, and that's just slipping under the edge there as well. So up the top, I'm going to add some more tickets. So I've got that blue one, another little grey one there, and I'm going to add another one of those beautiful florals as well. So I'll go ahead and stick those ones down, just layering them together to make a little cluster. I've got my flower going on there, and I will add some leaves as well. So I'll just tuck those ones under the bottom edge of the flower. Alright, so next up I'm going to stick down my stamped title. So it's going at the top of the page there. And I'm also going to add some stitching. So I'm just grabbing my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch across each of those little, or the two clusters and the title there. So my photos can go onto the page now. Okay, so they're on. I'm going to add another little heart down the bottom there that says you. I'm going to layer that over the edge of the ticket and that bottom photo. And now I'm going to add the Today puffy stickers. So I'm using my T-square ruler to line those up. So I'll go ahead and do all of that. And I wanted a little word of, so that the title reads the best part of today. So I'm just using a phrase from the best part stamp set. I'm just going to cut out the of word, which is at the beginning of that little phrase. So I'll cut that out, a little bit of double-sided tape on the back and just sticking that on there. So I will make a little adjustment, just moving those letter stickers up a fraction. So I'm happy with that. And now I'm just going to finish off with a couple of puffy hearts on each of the pages. And now I can give you a closer look at all the little details. So you can see the stitching across the tickets there, and that little heart at the bottom. And the other one, you can see the little checked boxes and the little fork and knife, that floral on the side, and the label at the bottom. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I've put this one together today. I can now slip this one into my Life Crafted album. If you've got any questions, just pop it down below and I'll go back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you again soon with another project. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye for now.